I'm here with my man MJ in the trap with the best network in all of reptiles. And how much money in reptiles are you going to show me today?
Cool $500,000 in snakes.
MJ's Trap Talk Reptile Network broadcasts every single day, and I've been lucky to be on several times. But what you might not know about MJ is he's got one of the most expensive and coolest collections I've ever seen. MJ, you had all the tree monitors and you got rid of everything but the blues. Why?
I kept the blues because there's an ESA listing on them where you can't sell these across state lines as of right now.
ESA meaning Endangered Species Act. They're trying to protect the species, but it doesn't really make sense that you can't take captive animals from one state to another state, because obviously this does not deplete the Indonesian population. It doesn't make any sense. Hopefully it gets overturned pretty soon. That is what ESA means.
So for me, I feel like anyone who has blues are in a really unique position to like work with them, document stuff that we could present at US ARC legislation battles that could lift this ESA listing. Blue trees are not endangered whatsoever. I don't know why they're part of this United States listing, ESA listing, but I just thought, like, listen, you got these beautiful United States captive born red blues. You want to breed tree monitors. I just didn't have the capacity to have every species. So I just had to wise up. I found homes I had one buddy of mine took all the other tree monitor species, which was great. And I kept the blues. So these are United States captive born and bred blue tree monitors that are here to stay.
Blue tree monitors are my favorite monitor, and it was so cool to see these full-grown ones at MJ's place. I can't wait for my stitch to get this size. But we're here to see expensive and impressive snakes, and if you want to get into our boreals, this is how you do it. So MJ, I'm looking at a box with a couple fans in it and some round oval things. So if you were to walk in this room, you don't know anything about snakes, you think, okay, this is a cool $200 thing I'm seeing in the front of me right here. But if these all hatch, what's this worth?
Worth us buying a new house for sure. So I mean, I gotta say right now, I don't do this for the money, but currently happening for me could possibly get me the bigger house that I want for my family, for my collection. At the end of the day, I did not want to really get rid of my lace monitors and tree monitors. I just don't have the space. So if I could get that space back, I could get my lace monitors back. So, but yeah, there's a lot riding on the line, I guess I could say right now.
So question, how many eggs did it cost you that hatched to buy that green Lamborghini in your backyard?
20.
20 eggs?
I don't have a green Lamborghini. That's actually my son's.
You do have a green
you made enough
Lamborghini?
money to buy a Lamborghini for your infant son.
It has a 12-volt battery, okay?
Crazy, and it's electric.
How many horsepower is that bad boy?
0.5.
Can I ride it?
Yes. Yeah. Actually, it fits perfectly for you, Adam.
So this is a house is what you're saying, and not just because I would fit in it, because that's what it's worth.
This is a chondro baiter.
So,
Cool.
MJ, this is a half northern, half basin.
I definitely get for posting this snake for sure. All the purists out there, they don't like this snake. They don't want nothing to do with it. And I want all of them.
So, if you're unaware watching, the reason that people get upset is because it muddies the waters and you don't really know what you're buying. But the thing is, no one's going to sell this as just a northern, because why would you take less money? I forgot to mention here, northerns, like what I have, are a different species than basins. Northerns being about 20 or 25% of the price as a basin. So when you mix them up, you're devaluing an expensive snake. Or are you? Because It looks like just a northern to me.
Yeah, I mean, to the person not into the project, yeah, this is like going to look like nothing different from what a northern will look like. But somebody who's actually pursuing hybrids in this aspect, they're gonna know right away.
So why would you produce a hybrid like this? To me, because I'm uninitiated in comparison, I would say this is a northern, is a northern, is a northern. Right. Why would you mix them up?
Because people like Marshall Mendez has produced some of the most insane looking crosses that I've ever seen, even crazier looking than basins. I will say probably one of my favorite emeralds I've seen visually has been a cross. I believe it was 75% northern, 25% basin. So, listen, at the end of the day, I didn't really pursue this snake. The snake found me. This was owned by my good buddy Tim, who offered it to me, and I was like, why not? So I took advantage of it, and I'm going to be putting a pure northern to this snake because I was told that if you're looking for a crazier white, if you want insane bolts, go heavier on the northern versus the basins.
I think you answered my question without even knowing you answered it, because there's actually something to it. You're not just throwing them together. No. You're almost creating a formula to make something brand new that you're designing.
There's the game plan.
It's almost like a designer emerald tree boa.
In a sense, right.
Dave, if I told you could have one animal in this room, and you might, because I'll distract them after, which animal would you take home?
Oh, the blue tree monitors.
Both tree monitors? Both of them?
Right down my pants, right out the door, right in my rental car, right back to LAX, fly back to Minnesota before he even knows that I have them in my pants.
And then you have sweaty tree monitors, which is a brand new species.
And that actually you want that humidity for these monitors, so it'll all work out.
And do you know where blue tree monitors come from?
In my pants.
Yes, correct. Mm-hmm. Thanks, Dave.
Yeah.
When it comes to arboreals, there's the New World emerald tree boas and the Old World chondros, or green tree pythons. With most snakes like ball pythons, you've got morphs, but with chondros, the crazy stuff are known as designer. But what is a designer?
So basically, designers all stems from localities being bred back into each other.
Locality meaning the area of the world that snake is from. Different islands from northern Australia, Papua, parts of Indonesia, and each locality looks a little different and acts a little different too.
So it starts with pure localities that are bred to another pure locality. That's considered an outcross. And when those outcrosses are bred back to another outcross, you get designers. This right here has designer blood that traces back all the way to the late 1970s. Good. So
wow,
there's like lineage on chondros. That's why a lot of people get into them, because there's history that traces back to the beginning days of everything.
So when is the beginning days? If you had to say the earliest,
I would say the mid 70s.
One of the challenging things about arboreals is the learning curve. Even the caging is more expensive and difficult to set up. Meanwhile, most of our animals need something longer than it is tall, and that caging, especially right now, is so much better priced. I've never seen caging as low as $240 for a 4x2x2 enclosure, but right now on Chewy.com, when you buy the 120-gallon EcoFlex enclosure by New Age Pet for your ball python or bearded dragon or whatever it is that you love, you'll get a breeder block from ReptiChip absolutely free. And that's the right substrate to use not only for your arboreal friends, but things like ball pythons and other amazing animals that will love an enclosure like this one here. Of all the enclosures that I've ever used that I didn't build myself, this has got to be my favorite, and I've never seen a price like it. Thanks Chewy.com for sponsoring today's episode. This enclosure is so easy on the wallet, but let me show you something that definitely isn't. MJ, so you've got kind of a unique situation here with the way that you keep your arboreals. Some of them are in these cool enclosures that have plants. Some of them are in these basic tubs. What's the difference? Why do you keep some one way and some the other way?
Well, listen, there's nothing wrong with having a decked out enclosure no matter what it is. Now, these primarily are males that I like to keep in here. And for the most part, all these usually have plants. But once they poop in their water and they poop in the plant, I usually toss out the plant. So about once a month, I go to Home Depot and I'll get new potho plants. I'll water them and take them out the soil. And I usually like to keep potho plants in all the water because it keeps the water filtered. It's like a filtration system for the water. And I just feel like hydration and clean water is the number one thing you could do for a reptile. Mainly the reason why it looks so basic is because the cleaner, the more basic for these, the better off. I don't know what it is about arboreal species somehow getting themselves into situations, but the less stuff you have in there for them to mess around, I feel like the less headache.
So really it's for them, you're keeping them cleaner.
It's for them, yeah, it's for them for the cleanliness to be as clean as possible in there.
So these guys are all smaller. Once they get a little bit bigger, do they go in the ones that are kind of behind
you?
Yeah.
So these are two females that they're about 2 years away from breeding. So they won't approach a cage like that to another year. This is like their second stage, and their final stage is the 3x2x2, like what's behind you. So yeah, I don't breed in these tubs here. Like I said, nothing wrong with it. People do it, but me personally.
One of the reasons I was so fascinated with MJ's collection is because I'm looking to get into arboreals. I started with a few species and I'm getting more, and I had one simple question. Tell me something in this room. If you're trying to get into arboreals, you want these really cool snakes, what would you suggest for somebody to start out with?
Northern emerald tree boa.
And that's exactly what I did. I got a pair of northern emerald tree boas, and I love them so much, I got another pair. And then I put the female of the first pair into a 1,500-gallon enclosure to see what she'd do if she had an entire jungle to herself.
This is a northern emerald tree boa. Miss Willie line. That stint is from a legendary breeder named Rico Walder, is no longer with us.
Something I've noticed about the arboreal community with chondros and with emerald tree boas is everybody knows who created the line, who started the line, who's crossbreeding each line into each other. Everything is named and the record keeping is better than almost every other community within reptiles. And if you're wondering the difference between a northern and a basin, MJ's got a perfect explanation.
Found in different parts of the Amazon, but more importantly, like they're just considered different species, like anything else that we have in this world. So this is considered an Amazon basin northern emerald tree boa, and then this would be a northern emerald tree boa. So very similar, but not, same but different.
I showed you $500,000 in snakes today. If I had to tell you could only keep one animal in the whole room, what's the animal?
Benny the Basin.
Benny the Basin. And if we want to know more about everything going on in this room, I heard that there's like the best network in all of reptiles.
Yes,
What's that?
Network that you can find this face on for sure. But yeah, Trap Talk Reptile Network, 7 days a week. You can catch me on there Monday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. But yeah, man, best place to find out what you could keep, all the underrated, all the overrated reptiles in the hobby, man. So come hang out and come check out and learn more about these reptiles.
Also, there's a guy named Dave
Dov
Kaufman. Dave Kaufman. Sorry, yes. And you can find him on the channel too. We'll film something with Dave too. Yeah. So anyway, see you guys next week.